What's up, guys? It's Hudson here from Hudson's Tech, bringing you guys a brand new setup tour. This is the 2015 setup tour, and yes, it's just going to be a setup tour, not going to be a room tour, because there are a lot of comments in the last video and whatnot that they just wanted to see the setup. I understand that. If you guys want to see the full room tour, however, from August, you can check that out here, or check the description. There'll be a link down there if you are on mobile. But yeah, this is just going to be strictly set up. If you guys want to, if you guys want any information or have any questions, links to everything in the description, and you can comment down below as well. But I'll have a frequently asked questions thing in the comments of most, obviously the most frequently asked questions. One of the most common ones though is how old am I? I'm 18 years old. My birthday is November 30th. I was born in '96. And also is how I'm able to afford some of this stuff. So I'm extremely fortunate. I'm really blessed. I don't take any of this stuff for granted. I work really hard for a lot of the stuff that I want to buy. I put a lot of money into my setup, but also been gifted a lot of things. So I'm like I said, I'm really fortunate. But I have worked a lot, so that's kind of out of the picture. If you guys, have any suggestions or any constructive criticism, leave that in the comments down below. There's always going to be those couple people, who aren't happy with the stuff that you have, but I'm not showing it off or gloating. I'm just explaining how I use my setup and what that looks like to you guys. So anyways, now that's out of the way, let's jump into the 2015 setup tour. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, so real quick, one thing I wanted to mention is if you guys want to see any of the camera equipment and stuff that I have, nothing is really updated except I have added a new microphone, which is a Shotgun Rode VideoMic Pro, and there are links to all that stuff in the description, but you guys can watch my August tour. That's got all my camera stuff in depth on there, but like I said, this is strictly setup tour. So we'll start off with the chair, which is a DX Racer, and I'm not actually sure the model of this one. I can never find it on their website. So like I said, link in the description. We got this one on Amazon. And it's awesome. It's really worth it to buy a nice chair. If you're going to be sitting in it for a long period of time, you'll know if you sit in a chair for a long period of time and you have back pains, it's time to get a new chair. I definitely recommend looking into one. My favorite part actually of the setup probably is my microphone. So this is the Audio-Technica AT2035 mic on a Samsung SP1 shock mount, I believe, and a Rode PSA1 boom arm. Excuse me. So you can actually move it all around, and then I just have a windsock here to reduce, any types of P's and B's and noises like that. So there's that. It's a XLR microphone, so it feeds all the way around into my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 interface, which is a XLR to USB, up to which this guy needed phantom power, so it's a really cool interface. You can even hook up instruments and things like that to it as well. Really nice, really happy with that, and it's super clean looking as well. I guess while we're down here, we can look at the peripherals. So I've got a Corsair K70 keyboard. This is not the RGB one. This is a red switch, Cherry MX red switch with blue backlighting. It's done really well so far. I like it a lot. I really like the reds. I think that they do a really good job. You can see that turn on there. I think that's pretty sweet. And then for my mouse, which I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to probably look into something else soon, but it's been fine for now. It's the Mad Catz Rat 7 mouse. It works fine, except these buttons on the side, once you start using them a lot, they really lose tactile feedback. So you can't even really hear it unless you press hard enough. So when you're in game, it's not good to be able to press it and not be able to hear it. You want to be able to click it every time. So, I'm not really sure. It works fine, and it's a cool mouse. It definitely looks super sweet, but I might be replacing that, so I'll let you guys know if I do end up doing something like that. So actually, to the setup now, you can see we've got three Asus PB278Q monitors, all in line, just like that. Here, I'll back up and show you guys the entire thing. They're 27-inch. I think I just said the model number, the PB278Qs, and they're amazing monitors. These things are they're 2560 by 1440 resolution, and they've got insanely good color reproduction. I'm really happy with them. I think that they're incredible, and you know, you can game on them for fun. I definitely wouldn't recommend, you know, professional gaming on them, but they're just like the color and the just kind of the picture that you get is pretty phenomenal. So really happy with those guys. Up here we've got my webcam, which is the Logitech C920 webcam. It's a 1080p, it's got autofocus and stuff like that, so it really does a good job. I'm really happy with that. Over here we've got my BenQ. This is the BenQ XL2420TE, which I don't think they make anymore. It's the TZ now. My brother has that one. It's a 1 millisecond response time monitor with 144 Hz refresh rate. So of course Counter-Strike and all that stuff really benefit from a monitor like this one. On it, we've got my Astro A50 headset, which is extremely nice, and I'll put a link in the description to a video I made about that, one of my favorite videos on the channel. It's a really good headset, and I still really like it. Down here, we've got my SD card reader. It's a Kingston multi-card reader. It's USB 3, and that does a really good job. Back there, we've got the mix amp for the A50s, and then my router is down there, and then my modem is down there as well. There's a rat's nest of cables back there. If you couldn't tell, it's really hard to hide them when you have a glass desk, but you know, what can you do? Down here we've got my Xbox One and my Xbox 360, which are hooked up to that HDMI splitter there. So as soon as I, you know, turn one on, it automatically switches over, which is really nice. Just got some USB sticks, my G Fuel, and then a bunch of I think accessories, as well as my SCUF controller down there, and some extra cables and whatnot. Speaking of cables, down here in this drawer, move the chair out of the way, we've got all kinds of video cables, whether it be DVI or you know, DisplayPort, HDMI, charging cables, extra USB 3 to PCI slot, adapter. We've got an iFixit toolkit, a calculator, a 1 terabyte USB 3 hard drive, just pretty much everything that you could possibly need in a certain situation. I've got it down there. Even a, let's see, I even have, this thing is really handy, a SATA to SATA power to USB adapter. So if you're backing up a hard drive and stuff like that, that's really cool to have. That's all that stuff. In here we've got all my games. So if they're not on the Steam library, they're in here. Just got Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty. I can't even see it. What is that, Ghost? Can't even see it. It's like see-through, like a ghost. That was a bad joke. Destiny, Titanfall, Battlefield 4. You guys can read them. And then the Xbox 360, man, that was a super bad ghost joke. And then I've got a Game Boy Advance here with a Pokemon Gold in here. And this is actually a funny story. So I actually had to, because it wasn't saving games, I actually had to take the battery out of here and replace it and then resolder it on so it could save games again. And well worth it though. Definitely well worth it, because that's fun to play with. I've got a 3DS, not the new 3DS, I guess a new one came out, but this is just the 3DS, not the XL or anything. And then a old fat PSP. So the old school PSP, and then some extra controllers and cables in there. Down here we've got a charging station for the extra Xbox One controllers and extra Xbox 360 controllers. Some Ray-Bans, and I actually just got these yesterday, and I'm really happy about them so far. These are Gunner glasses, and you know, the thing is I've got super sensitive eyes. So I got a nice pair of sunglasses, and also it just some of the medication that I'm taking really makes my eyes super sensitive. So I decided to go ahead and buy these and see if they helped at all. And so far, I would have to say, you know, I've only used them for a day, so I can't really make a decision on them. But they definitely reduce strain on your eyes, especially for playing for a long period of time. So that's a really cool thing. I'm not really sure, you know, if I'm going to be using them all the time, but like I said, I've only had them for a day. But as for right now, I'm really looking forward to getting to use those more. Next, I guess we kind of jumped around a little bit. We've got a G drive. This is a 2 terabyte G drive. Can I get up in there? 2 terabyte G drive. That's just looking really cool right there. I use that for all my old videos and stuff like that. I store that on there, and then some system image backups and stuff. This is my Cox cable box because I've got a TV right above my computer, and then last but not least, my computer I just upgraded to a second 780 Ti. So we got SLI 780 Ti's in there. All the specs for this guy will be in the description, but mainly it's got a 4930K overclocked to 4.3 gigahertz, 32 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator Platinum memory, Asus Sabertooth X79 motherboard, which I just had to replace. I had to RMA that so I could use my second 780 Ti because PCI Express fail. I got an AverMedia Live Gamer HD capture card in there. I've got a H100i water cooler, a AX1200i power supply, which I probably could have got away with 860 watts, but whatever. It's digital, so it's fine. And yeah, beast computer. Really happy with it. It's pretty silent for the most part in the Fractal R4, and it looks really nice as well. And then, like I said, right above it, we do have a 46-inch Samsung TV. It's on a swivel mount, so you can actually bring it out. So I'll see if I can do that for you guys. So while you're laying in bed, you can watch TV and stuff. So check it out. Like that. And you can adjust it more. I just did that really quick. But that's pretty much the gist of that, which is super cool. And I've got that hooked up to my PC so I can watch movies or streams or whatever on there. And so yeah, guys, that's pretty much the setup. All the changes are mainly to the computer and the extra monitor. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a thumbs up down below. I really appreciate that. My first setup tour has done really insane on YouTube. I think it's got like 300,000 views right now, which is mind-blowing. So thank you guys a lot for that. I really appreciate your support. And like I said, I'm extremely fortunate to have all this stuff. But again, you know, hard work pays off. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, guys.